Okay. Give me a few seconds. It's like I have a bunch of blocked words or phrases in Kick, and it's not doing any kind of moderation at all. It's not stopping anybody from posting. I got the thing, the switch on that tells it not or tells it to block gibberish words, and on these links, they are gibberish, and so that even that itself should actually stop them from being put into chat, and yet they don't. So Kick's auto moderation thing is crap. Let's ask. I'll do a. Let's do a new window here, and how come doesn't block this at all, even when I have exact phrases that could be blocked, and I have the block gibberish unordered random string of characters option on, and it doesn't work here either. I don't know if that's too long. Kicks built in, yeah, only blocks the exact banned words or phrases you've added to your ban list. The message contains slight variations. For broader protection and catch variation like Discord, use the star wildcard in your banned words. Random strings may not catch all the spam if the message includes real words. Verify settings. Alright, so let me do one thing then. Just give me a quick second, please. Not that, not pop out. This. Let's go into blocked. I don't know if it'll let me do it like this. Add. I don't know. Asterisk does not seem to be a thing. So I'll leave it in there just in case it does actually work sometime. And we'll just won't worry about it, I guess. Okay, so fine. Fine. I'll just leave that there and go back to here. Welcome. And let's see what. Anyways, last night, I tried to do a session, and it wasn't producing anything at all. So I'm going to try to see if I can figure something out today. I might just have to start writing crap. You know, he goes in there and then he walks to the left and he does this and whatever. Oh, I know one thing I was going to try. Just a second. Control Shift M. Super Grok. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do something here. I'm going to, And now, of course, it's a long PDF, but there's a very small possibility that uploading this PDF as a file, as a PDF, as a file, that it will file, save as, well, export as. Let's try export as PDF. What is? Oh, shoot. I don't know. I hate when there's weird extra options. Hey, John Rivers. You're already writing a book. Create the first scene. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will. Just a second. Alright, let me pull this off so you can see my ugly face in the corner. Uh, what is it gonna do? Oh yeah. Uh, what's the difference? Let's see, LibreOffice. This difference between export as PDF and what was it? What did it say? Export directly as PDF versus directly as PDF. Provides full control over PDF creation process, opening a dialog with multiple tabs where you customize settings such as page ranges, image compression, watermarks, password protection, digital signatures. This option is ideal when you need precise formatting, security, or specific PDF features like tagged content for accessibility. Export directly is a one-click option that saves the entire document as PDF using last used settings from the PDF option dialog. It skips the customization dialog entirely. Okay, I don't really know. It leaves the main file in its current format and saves a copy as a PDF. Initially what I meant. Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, where are we at? Okay, here we go. I guess I'll just export directly. I really just want to see if and I guess I want a date, so Friday. What if I put commas in there? March 2026. .pdf. Files are basically vectors, and this makes it easier to recognize optical in PDF parsers and viewers as opposed to images and scan files. Right. Anyways, I'm going to attempt to upload. Now, my dad just uploaded a PDF, but his probably isn't as big as mine. So I'm going to upload this. I'm going to see if Grok can actually process it or not. My guess is that as far as like normally if you pay something or even upload, it's got the certain context with it. My thought here is if I'm able to upload this, that it won't have a problem processing it because it's just a stored file. Is my guess. I don't know if I'm right, but we'll see if that's the case. So let's go ahead and attach it. Upload a file. We'll go ahead and upload the PDF I just made. If I can find it. This one. Okay. Save. We'll see if it can't do it. It should say it's too big or something. Okay. So now I'm going to ask Grok if it'll be able to read it. I just uploaded all my design notes in PDF format to my personal files. I guess this is project sources. Could you read it and give me a few sentence summary? Let's see what it comes up with. It should be fine. We'll see. So I don't know if it's working. Okay, there we go. Okay. TD Point and Cook Adventure, 1718 using Redot Engine. Enchanted Lands. Okay. Started November 2024, rebooted Phase 1. 93 beat. After an unloading 93 beat version, now streamlined into 19 chapters. Right. Broader game arc includes playing both heroes and builds at time, major plot points, and a mystery hook about the Real King's fate. And yeah, that's the one thing that I haven't actually really developed about what happened to the Real King. Um, I figured I'd leave that as a possibility that I could do a sequel, but okay, the living, yeah, right. So it looks like it doesn't have a problem accessing it then. So that's good. I'm still gonna do the thing that I did with the thing about the conversations. I'm still gonna store the conversations in a little summary format in a file, just in case I lose days again, because for some reason this was completely lose days of conversation. Hey Rook. Okay, so actually now it has a good context. So that's pretty much everything I've done so far. So I guess that helps with context. So I'm not completely starting from scratch with a new the new conversation. When I start a new conversation, a new conversation. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I'll, because as I update it, of course I want to re-upload it. I'm not sure if I'll upload it. Um, I guess what I should do when I upload a new version is delete the old version, just because it'll have all the same stuff, and really that just takes up space I probably don't need. So when I come up with the new version, I'll create a new PDF, and then I'll upload that one, and I'll delete the old one. Okay, let's check out my personal files here. And I could actually remove it if I wanted to, I think, with the X, right? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, got it. Uploading complete context locked in for future. No more recapping the basics every time. We can just jump straight into a chapter. Okay. Okay, I'm still working on chapter. Actually, you know what I should do though? I should actually um yeah, after I reorganized it, I should have put all of the files into one file. I could go to my backups to where I first arranged them into chapters, or at least got to the chapter 18. Maybe I can get it to write a Python script that will combine all of them into a single file, and then I'll save that as a PDF. Also, for the like the ongoing version, because they're just JSON files, but it'll be able to read them. It'll be able to read the text. Running Canvas document summarizing it. That should be updated after every session. Create a running Canvas document summarizing it. It should be updated after every session. Oh, you mean okay. Ask it to I can get it to create a document that will take each day's conversation and then add the summary to the thing. Can you create? I'm gonna just go ahead and say exactly how you said it, so just in case, like a person who takes notes during a meeting, right? A running. And what's the Canvas thing about Canvas? Um, Is it, you mean the word canvassing, or you just mean a specific like format or something for when you said canvas? Do that. Um, let's see something here. Running. Okay. Something they prefer in web-based layouts. Running. Okay. I'll just go ahead and say that. Document summarizing. Um, yeah. What we did after every. Okay, so technically it's a single conversation. I'll say after every time I say that I'm done, I guess, like a keyword or something. Every we'll say every session's conversation, um, and add it to and merge it with the PDF I just uploaded. I could, let's see, I'll probably say something like, what will I say? I'm done with this section. Please update the running document. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Doggone it. Stop. Let's hit stop. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I did. I accidentally hit enter or something. Copy, paste. Probably say something like, I'm done for... I'll say I'm done for this session, because I'll do it after every stream that ways. Yeah. Please summarize. Summarize? Interesting. The S must be British, UK, or European. But yeah. I'm done for this session. Please summarize. And then you can add that day's info. That day's progress. I guess apostrophe. That day's progress. So let's see what it does. Yeah, I'm new to this whole thing, the whole project workspace. I'm really dig Rock in a sense. I mean, I've used it for, I've used it almost since I could use it, but doing all this stuff. Okay. Got it. Since I can't really edit or merge files on your device or maintain persistent external canvas, here's a practical setup. I'll maintain running session canvas summary right here in our conversation. Each time you say something, I'm done with this. Please summarize. All right, concise dated entry, caption, key progress, append it to the cumulative canvas. Keep the full running canvas in my response for easy copy paste. You can save it locally as an MD text file. Reference the uploaded PDF as a static baseline without repasting its full content every time. Running session canvas summary, baseline, okay, covers project phase and all this stuff. Okay, initial sessions confirmed until full PDF context ingested for continuity. No need to re-examine basics. Discuss fantasy race distinctions for world building flavor. Dwarves stocky, forge focused, gruff. Norse roots. Gnomes small, inventive, illusory, whimsical. Yeah, yeah. This was actually part of the conversation that I had. Oh shoot, I'm in the wrong dang stupid conversation. Uh, whoops. Uh, you know what? I'm in the wrong conversation. I guess I'll do this over again in the other conversation. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just go ahead and use this conversation. This is about the dwarf races and stuff, and nah, I'll you know what? I'm in the wrong conversation. Hmm. Should I start a new conversation and ask the same thing, or should I go back to the other conversation and continue it, or should I just leave it here in the dwarf, the little people conversation? Yeah, premium rock, you can still spread the weight. Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, I do that anyways. That's what I do. I tend to. You're in the wrong conversation there right now. This one's Little People Fantasy, right? The text you pasted in your core phase one project setup. Best move, go back or start fresh in with your primary project conversation. Paste the full starter prompt here again, there again if you need. Uh, Actually, I also want to delete this conversation about dwarves and gnomes, but I might go ahead and start a new combo based on each. You should, can you access the, okay, what it's called? Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Actually, that's all right. Here, I want to do this point and click adventure. The point and click, point and click adventure conversation from another conversation. If you start feeling daunted at all, it's normal. The feeling of a new avenue opening up. You got this. Yeah, thanks. Oh, I wanted to say something which I don't know. I don't know if it'll offend you. It's not nothing particularly offensive, but occasionally it pops out because it's me, and I am so you can decide not to watch these streams from here on out. I'm a Christian conservative constitutionalist Republican in that order, and occasionally it pops up. I don't talk about politics or religion or anything in my streams because it's about developing the deal. But sometimes it pops out. You know, I'll mention something, I'll say something, and you'll be like, you know. And some people don't like the way I vote and the way you know. And so I wanted to give you the opportunity just to go ahead and say, well, I'm not going to talk to you anymore because of blah, 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 you know, whatever. And I won't, you know, feel hurt or like offended or anything. It's just some people don't even want to talk to you when you say you're conservative Christian, you know. So if that's you, you can leave, and I won't, no hard feelings or anything. And if you don't care about that, then cool, because the game dev streams are about my game. So It's like I'm not hiding anything. At the same time, I'm focused on my game on the stream. So just to let you know, you know, I from time to time I'll say I'll mention something on the stream to that effect. You know, just to let people know so that they can, you know, if they get mad at that, then you know it's kind of like their problem, right? So, but you know, if you don't have a problem with that, then that's cool. Who brought that up? It's just sometimes I'm talking to people and I'll mention something like, okay, I'll go ahead and tell you directly, and you might not like Trump voters, but I voted for Trump. Okay, so just to let you know, right? President Trump here in the U.S. Some people don't like President Trump a lot, so much so that they won't even talk to you, even if you're not talking about or saying anything about any politics or nothing, you know. So you know, be doing this thing and you might be talking. I might say something, and you might go, "Oh, I don't like this guy. Why am I even talking to him now?" You know, and that happens. It's just it's just the way some people are. So I just wanted to give you a heads up, just so that if you hear me something referencing something about God or you know, my conservative views, it's just because that's what I am. And and again, like I said, I don't really talk about politics or religion or anything in the dev stream. But I always make sure that everybody knows what I am so that they can decide. In fact, it kind of drives my game dev. So my adventure games can be like all ages appropriate. I say all ages appropriate instead of family friendly because it's not. I'm not specifically doing like something that's supposed to be about family or whatever. I just mean anybody young to old could play my game or read it or whatever, experience it and not have a problem. You know, basically. I don't think you should have to defend it. Okay, that's cool, and that's cool that you're easygoing. So I don't have any a problem with anybody that has a different viewpoint. It's just some people are just you know they're nuts about stuff, you know, and sometimes they don't even have really a justification. It's just more like what you know what made you crazy like this? Oh, okay, so you don't like the guy, but you know it doesn't mean you have to bring it up every time. That sort of thing because I know there's some people that do tend to bring stuff up even when you don't ask for it. And I'm actually kind of talking about someone specific right now, but I don't know if he's watching or anything. So, but I'm not going to say any names. Just I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to target him or anything like that. I'm just saying that's what happens. Anyways, let's get back to the game, okay? Regurgitated. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's basically what it is, right? Okay, so uh, I can't directly access or pull content from like your other conversations, like the each conversation is isolated for privacy and context reasons. There's no see which is kind of weird because Grok can do that. It actually can pull stuff up from other conversations, other threads, and it does so. Maybe not in this context. Maybe not in projects. Uh, maybe not in Super Grok. I don't know. Right. um. So you want to delete this go ahead. It's self-contained and separate. Nothing is blocking your main project. For continuity on the actual game, start fresh or return to your primary conversation, paste in your standard starter prompt, like the one you just shared. That resets the context cleanly without losing anything. You want a dedicated side combo for race, lore, world building. Uh, okay. Drafting a clean re-entry message for your main combo, deciding how to structure multiple threads. Just say. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and re continue the actual. Okay, so the reason that it's on this other conversation is because, like I said, a couple of times, a couple of days sessions were completely gone, like they weren't even in there, weren't saved. Uh, am I at the right deal? Okay. like this is fine, but Friday the 13th is completely gone. Monday the 16th and Tuesday the 17th are completely gone. So I had to come up and update it by getting the YouTube's transcript and then pasting it in and getting it to process it basically. So okay, so I just uploaded a PDF of all my notes to date. Um, Actually, this might be something. Maybe I should. Hmm. I just thought of something here. Let me open up. Let's open here. Do I want to do recent? Well, there's this one. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and paste all this extra crap into my notes here. File, open. I'm going to open up the other previous, not these deals here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, okay, yeah. The Great Princess Escape, Quicksilver Chronicles. I already have all open. The Werewolf Saga, Zanzibar the Great. These were previous deals that I did. So basically, what I did is I had a couple of chapter story arc that spanned a couple of chapters, and so I put them in a single file and I started working on them by yeah. Yeah. I'll do that here. I'm gonna add the content of these. Probably the let's see, probably the transcript summaries. I'm just gonna add like I've been doing. I've been here. Let me see something here. Open. Let's open these. Does it open them? What's the deal? I can only open one at a time, huh? Here, let's do something else instead. Here, let's close that. Let's go to the files themselves, and let's go to favorites, and let's go into design documents, and then let's open all of these texts into the text thingy. Uh, Phases. Oh, let me check my phases text. This is 17. I think is this the current one? I should actually have looked in. You know what? Let's do it a different way. Here. So I guess today I'm just gonna be rearranging, adding stuff, and yeah, add to my notes is the date. Yeah, I should have actually done that, and I haven't really done that. So yeah, right. I should start doing that. I don't know. I have my original written notes, so I put the written notes in, which are basically all the main plots and the subplots for each of the characters, each of the heroes, each of the villains, and then I had some other things, some ideas for some puzzles and some various different deals, and then I just started going, okay, well, I just thought of something. Like I just thought of uh, the part where okay, so John goes to a convenience store and he picks up his favorite candy bar, the Benny Wonky candy bar, chocolate bar, and so he finds a silver ticket in there. Well, in the store is this blonde haired kid that's going around opening all the candy bars, trying to look for a golden ticket. And it'll say it'll just be a reference. Sorry, kid, you want you know you want some other candy bar, or you want some other store, or you're in the wrong story or something, some to that effect. So I just thought of that, and I thought that would be funny to be in the deal, so I just added it. And so then sometime later, I get some other idea for doing something else, and I don't know. I just started dumping all the stuff into this dump file. Anyways, let's go ahead and open. We have the transcript summaries for 16 and 17. Okay. Uh, ongoing. Okay. Conversation. Um, And then we want this. World Saga. Whoop. Darn it. Right, that one. Okay, I think that's all the text files I want or opened. Okay. Text editor. Okay, that's several things. So I'm gonna just go ahead and dump all of these different deals here. Oh, that's the adventure game phases. I was not gonna do that one though. Anyways, select all, copy, and I'm just gonna dump it like I've been doing. Okay. Oh. Okay, let me look. I should actually start my own Discord, I think, too. Let's go here. Cowboy Dan. Oh. How come? That's weird. Why did it show up and then it didn't show up? What the heck is going on here? What's search? Add a friend. Okay. Send a friend request. Let's see if I did that right. Okay. Friend request. All. There we go. Now how do I do the stupid friend request on the stupid thing? Call, no. Add friends. DM. Oh, are we already technically friends? Is that? See something here. You are actually already in my friends list. Okay. Okay. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah, that's true. I could use Discord. Yeah, for that. Okay, so let's go down here. Okay. So we're going to. Here, I'm gonna go up here. Actually, I'm gonna go right. Okay, I'm gonna put it right in here. Select all, copy, and we'll say something like March 16th, 17, transcript summaries. Enter, Control V, and then we'll do like that. Okay, and then here's that. Okay, select all, copy. We're gonna say actually I can go ahead and put this up. Well, no, I'll go ahead and do this. Ongoing conversation summaries starting March 18th. Entered March 20th, 26th. And I'll do another little line here. That's just the current deal. And then let's go ahead and close that. All right. Select all. Copy. We'll say Great Princess Escape chapter, what was it? It was 5 and 13, 5 and 14, 5 and 14, I think. Chapters. Well, maybe I should look that up. Yeah. Okay. Princess Escape. Here, let's go ahead and go back up to. Let's go back to favorites. Let's open that up. Let's open up the. Actually, should go ahead and, like I said, I'll have get a Python script written that will take all of my JSON files, compile them. I'll compile them to date, and then it will have access to all of the current data too, for that matter. So we'll see. Okay. So the Great Princess Escape was, I believe, chapter. Let me see something here. Chapter 14. No, that's the Totem of Leadership. That's the werewolf one. 14 is the werewolf one. Let's see something here. Let's find. That's chapter 3. Chapter 3 is a long one, but I decided to leave it just because I have to do all of it. Actually, chapter 3 could encompass two actual chapters, but I'm leaving them because they're linked. They're actually Great Princess Escape, chapter 8. Wait, that's chapter 8. Oh, chapter 8 is where okay. Okay, let me look at the text. Okay, this is when they go to rescue, because I had already. Okay, so chapter 5 had to do with the princess trying to escape on her own and finding some information along the way. Maybe it's 8 and 9. Here, let me look at for a second here. 8. Wait. Let's go back to that. 8, Free at Last. The Chase. Chapter 9 is Zanzibar's Last Show. Okay. Chapter 10 is Lost in Lapswood. Okay. So 10. So this is actually 8 and 10. The Great Princess Escape arc is 8 and 10. Okay, so let's go back to this. Chapters 8 and 10. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and go into the text file here and select all. Copy. We'll go ahead and let's put another little dash. We'll put another dash here, and we'll go ahead and do Control V like that. Okay. Then do this. What's the next one? The next one is the Quicksilver Chronicles. Select all. Original Quicksilver Chronicles. And that's, I think, what is that? Chapter 14. Oh, okay. 11, chapter 11, 12, and 14. Here's 11, 14. So we'll go ahead and copy that. We'll go ahead and paste that. Control V. That. Then we'll go ahead and add another line. Alternative Quicksilver Chronicles now compressed to chapters 11 and 12. Okay, so Quicksilver Chronicles done. Select all. This is the current version where I compressed them into 2 chapters. And wait a second. What? Chapter? Oh, I have a residue from chapter 14. Huh? Do I? Interesting. Oh. This was the original text down here. So let's we'll save that, and then I'll come back here, and actually I'll go ahead and delete those. Like that. Okay. And then we got, I think I got one more. Let's go ahead and close that. The Werewolf Saga, which is chapter, okay, select all, copy, the Werewolf Saga, and that's actually 14. It's actually something else in 14. So Werewolf Saga. Okay. So werewolf. Lost in Lapswood. Wait a minute. Lost in Lapswood is chapter 10. Okay. Chapter 11. Right. That's 12 that I'm working on. This here is 14. Totem of Leadership. So 14 might have been chapter 9. Where's the Werewolf Saga at? Max is the clue. Chapter what? Oh, chapter 9, Zanzibar's last show. Chapter 8. Oh, chapter 8 starting with Zanzibar. Kurt does the deed. Okay. So wait a minute. Where is it at? It's chapter 5. Follow the wine. Okay. There we go. Chapters. Oh, chapter 6 is where I'm writing it. So it's chapter 6 and then it's also 14, I believe. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was 6 and 16. Now it's 6 and 14 because I had things change around. 6 and 14. Okay, we'll leave that. Well, it's a lot of work just trying to add in notes. Okay, so let's go back over here. Zanzibar the Great. Select all. Copy. Close that. And we'll go ahead and paste it in. OB. Kurt, Thorn. There we go. Zanzibar the Great. Chapters. Where are the chapters? Zanzibar the Great. Okay, that's total. Splitting headaches. Oh, Zanzibar last show. Okay, Zanzibar the Great. So that's 9. So it's 7 and 9. Yeah, 7 and 9. 7 and 9. Okay, like that. Okay. And that's all for those text files. Okay, so what else was I going to add? Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to add it to the very top of here. So, Thursday, January 1st. Edit edition Friday, March 20th, 2026. Adventure game roadmap revision edit. Okay, and let's go to Ada, whatever. Time is that? Still have 30 minutes. Okay, good. We are just gonna go to my phases page. Still have to put in the dialogue tree phase, but I'll still do that later, I guess. Copy. Control B. And we'll put a nice big line over it. Control save. And I think that's all I need to do. I'll save that as a PDF file. Export directly as PDF. And I am going to keep this. So why don't I just save it over the top? Could do that. Export. I'm going to save it right over the top of it. Export. Yes. Go ahead. Then I'm going to do a thing in here, and I'm going to go into Grok. And we're going to go into here. And I'm going to go to the files. I'm actually going to go ahead and close that. Save. And then I'm going to attach. Upload a file. It'll be the same file, but it's not the same file because I've since added. Where is my PDF? This one. Open. Save. Saving. Okay. That saved successfully. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to trash the dwarfs versus gnome thing. Dwarves and gnomes in my game are slightly different than traditional ones. Dwarves are mostly the same, kind of, except for the fact that their halls aren't necessarily super big. So they're really the size are commensurate with their height. In other words, they're regular sized buildings. They're smaller than probably most humans. And Roland was actually kicked out partly because of his size. He's half giant, half dwarf, which means he's as tall or even slightly taller than a full grown man, about 6 feet or so. He's about 11 years old, so he's still a kid. He's not a child. He's independent. You know, he's smart, but he's still a kid. Uh, and he what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So gnomes and dwarves were actually the same race of people originally, but because the gnome half they started getting greedy, they started getting lazy, they started getting uh, turned into criminals, stuff like that. So much so that the dwarves had to split from them and basically had to do a hard cutoff. They even blocked up almost all the entryways into the gnome kingdom from the dwarf mines because originally it was just it was full open area. But because they would stop doing work and started stealing and started being basically little crap heads, I guess if I could say that, you know, uh, they uh, they eventually they eventually started even getting shorter and fatter, and soon didn't even hardly resemble dwarves anymore, other than being like little guys. Block channel terms, Twitch. Yeah, probably Stream Boo, huh? Where is my Twitch? Yeah, I'll let that go. Let's see. Somebody's talking to me in IRC, and I wasn't paying attention. I guess. Hmm. Solid concept. Yeah, doors. I got distracted by something somebody said in here. Don't have a way god. Okay, so all right, doesn't matter what. Okay, anyways, what am I thinking? Okay. Where is IRC? Oh, IRC. Oh, I see. Well, LOL. Yeah, we. It's like yeah, it's like we don't even use LOL for laugh out loud anymore because you know, something was funny, and we just say LOL as sort of like, okay, I heard your joke, and that's about it. You know. I mean, jokes can still be funny, but I'm just saying we're not laughing out loud when we say LOL usually. Okay, all of my notes to date, including the current roadmap with 17 phases. I have to revise it for uh, dialogue free implementation and add a phase, but that's not now. So then you should be able to refer to it uh, in the personal files, i.e. sources for the project. From now on. Okay. Um, you know, I'm not making money from the channel. Okay. Basically, an S tier neologism. I don't know how you even pronounce that. That encapsulates a sound and a reaction and tonality in one word. Yeah. I literally pronounce it in speech sometimes. Yeah. Okay. Source file for the project. Roadmap revision is noted. 17 phases total. Dialogue tree implementation and one additional phase pending. The 4 phases you pasted. For the current valuation base, choose your own adventure game, navigation system, independence. Okay. So, right now we're just on phase 1. Okay, so I guess what I need to do is start making pages, even if I don't have a clear grasp on all the places to navigate in the mines, just so I'm not uh, being stagnant. Okay. You don't need a perfect map. You should start writing pages in placeholder navigation, rough spatial sense. Roadmap explicitly says phase 1 is linear narrative plus decision point clear exploration. Yet that comes in phase 2. Quick practical way to move forward without stalling. Write the entry into level 3 from the grotto as a single page, or 2. Describe the opening in vast cavern, giant's churn dominating the center. Add a light decision point right there. Rush into the churn, skirt the edges, stay in the shadows. Okay. 1 brute force page, 2 or 3 stealth pages. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And actually, I can just go ahead and just start it. Okay. Um, before I can, okay, I'm talking to somebody basically to IRC for just a second here. So, I since I've been streaming, I pretty much speak whatever I type. So sometimes it's in IRC, sometimes it's it's whatever. So I'm always speaking on stream. So if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking to or about or whatever, it's just because I'm chatting in IRC. Even think of monetization. I need enough viewers and or subscribers. Working on it, but it's slow going. I'm focusing on getting this event pass for phase 1 done. Looking like the end of April now. Soon. So that way people can see progress being made. And then I'll start breaking the stream back out into mapping, art, coding, and narrative pass sessions. Narrative pass sessions. Okay. So people were questioning me because I have no job. I live with my dad. The reason I don't have a job is basically I got social anxiety. So uh, I pretty much only had 1 or 2 jobs in my whole entire life, and yeah, dad's not gonna be here forever. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get my age. I won't say my age right now, although others already know what my age is probably. But I'll just leave it that I am slightly older. I'm not an old man, but I'm slightly older than I look or sound. We'll just leave it at that. Um, and these couple of guys I'm talking to aren't really concerned about my welfare. They're more One guy's kind of trying to dig a little bit. I'm in the same boat. 82. Yeah, not quite 82 yet. That would make me older than my dad. uh, and probably if I were 82, I'd probably be dead by now, more than likely. But but yeah. So I'm trying to make this work. I'm not focusing on. I'm not focusing on the. How do I say it? Creating a selling game. Mostly because the competition is really really hard. Even if it's a really good game, you're not guaranteed to make that much. And some of these guys that make this, some make no money, some make barely enough to continue on as being an indie developer and stuff. Um, and I'm noticing from YouTubers in general, not game dev YouTubers per se though, because they don't necessarily seem to get that much of an audience exactly. Some of them do, but a lot of the money seems to be more like from Patreon and stuff like that, right? Especially the politics. Of course I'm not doing politics. It's just I don't feel like doing a politics channel. If I was doing a politics channel, I'd probably be making bank right now. I mean, maybe I should think about it or something. But so okay, so I'm not focusing on it. So okay, so here's the hope. Here's the it's not even I don't even think I'm not guaranteed anything. I don't think I'll necessarily be successful or make money. The hope is that I get enough progress on the game, and then as I'm talking, people like me enough to keep coming back. Enough where I get enough people that they'll want to maybe put money in on a monthly Patreon thing, buck a month or something. That's the hope. That's only the hope, and that's partly why I'm doing games and stuff. To believe it or not, most people say you shouldn't do it for the money. Well, I haven't made any money yet, but I'm doing it for the money. So, but the game is still the primary thing. It's like the game and the channel are both kind of equally important, right? But I can't do anything with the channel if I'm not working on the game. The game is still the primary importance, my focus. You'll need a prototype for that, not a full-fledged story. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so here, let me show you. I think you've already seen this already. With this is the actual game itself. You might call it a game. Now, like I said, this is the event pass, right? He walks home, checks various spell books, scrolls, and loose papers, and then goes to his crystal ball. Okay, that's just a matter of fact. That isn't a thing where he's looking around to study. He had this huge giant crystal ball in this, and it's shining, it's reflecting light, and you know, there's none of that descriptive that any of that like book stuff. Like you're not reading a book when you read this, but this is the first pass, and yes, it's primarily story because this phase of the game is primarily story. I have the whole story done. I have what's the major parts that are going to happen, all the character arcs done, but the individual decision points that you actually do in this daily, I'm not done with that. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually adding the decision points. Uh, what is needed first for any of those, in your opinion? Um, well, no, what you're looking at on the screen here is it right now. Phase one is just this, right? Eventually, it'll have full menus. I'll have animations. I'll have point and click interaction. All that stuff. The whole reason for the phased deal is because it makes it easier for me, or simpler for me to grasp what I need to do at any given time, right? I know I only need to focus on the decision points here, right? So so basically, this is the game as it stands right now, right? Not much here, arguably. When I get this done, when I get all these done and I test it out, I'm probably gonna put it up on like itch.io or something. I'm pretty sure I can export a web version, so I'll be putting that up. And so while that's up for people just to look at, it's not really. I don't expect anybody to come in and go, "Ooh, this is really cool." I expect somebody that has watched any of my streams to go, I wonder what this is about, and download it or go onto the web and just like play it for a few minutes and stuff like that. That's really all I'm expecting for this stuff here. I got to get this part done though. This is it's still, I'm still what would you call it, front loading, I guess, because even though the story is done basically. All right, you're currently reliving every day in the next session, only doing half a day's new work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 I mean, I should be working on my stuff, right? Yeah. Obviously. Anyways, it's important for me to get this first pass done. When I get the pass done, then I'm gonna split my stream up into various deals like mapping, and I'll be doing art at one point. I'll be doing some coding, which I'll be working on the layout tool. See, this scene is essentially my layout tool, right? So if I start this up, that's what this is. Now you can't save anything right now, but you can box select. You can move them around, move them around. Whoops. Uh, Wait a second. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. You have to click on it first to be able to move it around. So that's something I'll have to fix, it looks like. Because really, you want to be able to click and move it and not start an actual drag, but instead, yeah, I didn't think about that. I'll have to figure that out. Okay. Take leaps. But, like I said, you understand having firm scaffolding first. You might lose inspiration later. Uh, I don't think I'll lose inspiration, and I'll maybe get to a point of where it's so overwhelming that I stop. But I don't think so, because this is going to be the bulk of the work here as far as the story part goes. That's why I was saying it's front loading. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. But anyways, I should be getting back to actually working on this now. We're starting with this one. No, this is just essentially a cutscene beat. It doesn't have a decision point. This is where the decision point is. Um, and I'll do what I'd always do. I always actually, I don't know if I should do it above. I'm gonna do it below. I'm gonna put the new stuff on top and then put the old ones below. Okay. Roland and John take the path Roland used originally to get into the gnome kingdom. Once inside the grotto, and they decide whether or not to, let's see, to brute force their way through. I don't know whether or not to what am I looking for? Eager to see put some color in the world. Yeah, and like phases, adding graphics to phases later won't be till later. But the good news is when I get done with this and it's running, it's up. Like I said, I'm gonna split my streams back into sessions where I'm doing different things. A couple of them being visual. The one being the art side. I'll be doing some concepting, probably with the AI, probably some sketching, that sort of thing. And then there's a tool that I'm going to use for actual mapping, that I'm going to actually start building maps again. So there'll actually be more interesting stuff to watch, and there'll be a little bit of something for everybody, probably, I suppose. And I will. Yeah, I just need to get this part done. So even if it's super boring and stuff, I have to do this anyways. And I made a promise to myself that whenever I modified the game, added to the game, I'd always do it on stream. So that's why it's kind of boring right now. And that's probably why I don't get that many viewers in here, because they come in there and they look at this text and go, "Oh, that's boring," and then they take off, which is understandable. It's fine. I don't actually really have a problem with that either. I understand because I do the same thing. I'll go in somewhere, and if they're not doing anything particularly interesting, I leave. I check out, right? Even if they're drawing and they're hardly talking or doing anything, I look for a few seconds and oh, that's neat, and then I leave half the time. Which I should probably just watch more live streams anyways, just because that's what I'm doing. But anywho, decide whether or not to let's see. Let me think about this for a second, because Roland's been in there before. Roland doesn't really know where the office is, but on his last trip, he saw let's see, the ramps and staircases to level 2. They decide on whether to just charge right up to the top, presuming the office is up there. Okay, that's getting too long. Let me do this a different way. Here, let's leave a rude surprise because that's the title page. Roland and John go back to the Gnome Kingdom. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't need to tell it it's using the same path, because that's all it's doing is using the same path. Partly just because of the way it's set up. I don't have a way of referring back and saying which path that you actually chose. So, you don't know the previous. Well, you know the previous path that you took, but I don't know what path you took because I don't have a save state system in here yet. Go back in the Gnome Kingdom. In attempting to locate Max's office, they decide on an approach. Okay, that's actually not bad. I'll just do that. Decide on an approach. Okay. Hit 1 if you think they should use. Let's see. They should just charge right in. Hit 1 if you think they should charge right in. Hit 2 if you think they should be a little more stealthy. Okay. That works. It's not much to it, but it's actually legit. Here. What time is it? Is it 1 already? It's already 1. So, okay, well, hey, at least I got something done, one thing done anyways. I'll be back after the break. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you later. If I see you in an hour, great. If I see you tomorrow, great. Or not tomorrow. I'll see you for sure. If I don't see you in an hour, I'll see you Monday. Yeah, we'll just say it like that. Thank you for watching part 1, and I'll see you in an hour.